Hello everybody. Today is Friday and I was telling you about how I had a big garden project. Well, it's overcast. It looks like it's gonna rain today, and yes, I'm out of breath. I've been working really hard to try and get those stones, the fire pit stones, put in. As we get there, I'm just showing you what's growing and how everything looks. This is going to be just a short video. I was going to get to the end and then show you how I've been doing the stones, but it looks like I'm not going to be able to because it's going to rain and my left hip is really painful. But that's what I did. Those are the stones for a fire pit for the backyard. And I've done this, the beginning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stones. Number 6 is giving me a hard time because look at the gaps. I may leave it and just tweak it next year. And then I wanted to do that one, but this one keeps falling. The ground is really sandy soil, so I'm having a hard time with it. And then that's the way I'm putting the stones, like the curve one way, then the other way. And if you flip it over, you can interlock them. And I figured that way it'll hold the water and it'll hold the soil. Oh, and a lot of this are my poppies. I guess I planted poppies here. And I do believe this is a raspberry because if it was a tree, it wouldn't have thorns. This one, I don't know if you can see it. Where's my hand? Right in there. And there. You can see the thorns. So this is a raspberry, but it has no buds yet. So I'm thinking this might be the one that isn't surviving in its container. See all the thorns? This might be the spring blooming. So now I'm thinking, oh, do I leave it? And then I also have my hollyhocks there. There's a little one coming up over there. So anyways, today's purpose was just to get these stones done. I have enough to get all the way to that fence post. I'm hoping to go a little beyond because I have over here the delphinium, which does not like a lot of sun. And right at this post, it's where the shade starts from the pine trees and all the trees. So this area is shaded. But I have other plans for this because I go by fence sections. So over there, that's my lilac, and that starts the perennial flower bed. And then at this post, I'm going to curve the stones. Once they get all put in place, there should be enough room to curve it there. I do have one more stone, but it's a broken one. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But then this section I have a different plan for. And I guess if you're doing a backyard compost heap, you got to cover it with black tarp or something. Yeah, I've been tossing everything there, including the weeds. And yeah. Oh, we have a borage there, and we have chamomile. So I guess this is my wild garden. If there is such a thing. See right there? Can you see that? Oh, right there. That's borage. Right in the middle of the screen. And then over there, I got chamomile coming up. And that one over there in the back looks like a tree. So, yeah, this corner is wild and crazy. And I'll probably just leave it like that. I really don't have the energy, at least not this year, to deal with it. Anybody knows what that is? This thing? And there's another one there. Ooh, there's a lot of mosquitoes in here. Well, that's morning glory. But I don't know what that is. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. Maybe it's a mountain ash, who knows? Which I'd be fine with it growing there. And these are my dianthus I planted last year. They didn't bloom last year, but I guess the roots were established enough that it's blooming this year. Anyways, the reason why I chose to do this border, to hold the water and the soil in place, I don't know if you guys saw the video that I showed you how bad this fence is. Like, there you go. And if you look at it, it's keeling over. It's not properly supported anymore. That we have to do a dump run for that. Those are the tires and a foam. But yeah, so, and it has that gap all the way over here. I guess back in the old days, they used tree stumps, tall ones, to brace it with wire into the soil. And then they would attach their fence onto those stumps. See, because the retaining wall is at an angle, it is a retaining wall. But those things are so rotten. Like, look at those. The core of it is so rotten, it's not going to last much longer, another year or two. Plus, it causes all these trees to grow, which takes up root space, which then affects the integrity of it too, right? Anyways, as you all know, we rent, we don't own. That is the owner's issue. I don't know, can you see that bird on the fence there? Oh, he flew away. Anyway, so that's why I'm doing this retaining wall. I don't need it to go deep in the ground, as long as it's at least an inch in the ground, because I'm going to top it up with, you know, sheep manure every year and that kind of stuff. It definitely needs sheep manure because it is so dry. But anyway, so that's the project I'm working on. I want to finish this section, and then, like, you can see all the weeds I pulled today. Lots of weeds. There's, oh no, none back here, just there. So once I finish that retaining wall, I'm going to weed this section a little bit more. There's still a little bit, like there's grass there. So there's a dandelion in the midst of all that. So I'm going to weed it some more. Then I'm going to plant those 4 plants there, because they're all 4 perennials. And then I'm going to put a layer of sheep manure. I still have a couple of bags with some perlite and peat moss. And enrich the soil over here, level it up. And then I got to work on the front border. Now I do have these inexpensive fence things, these things my daughter gave me. I'll probably use that for this year, but at least then I know where the line is, and then if grass goes beyond, I can pull it. But next year I'm going to have to figure out something else for a fence border. I still have that bed frame thing. I could put that in and then put a piece of 2x4 along it, but it's not really a proper wall, right, to prevent the grass. Anyways, I'm going to let you go. I just wanted to show you that that is the work in progress. And if I can get, let's say, everything except the last 3 stones done. I will record how I put those last 3 ones in. I know you guys like to see the work. But you know what? If you look at it from this angle, it looks like it's going uphill, and I want it all level, so I have to pull out my level, and I may have to redo that. Oh, I feel a raindrop. All right, my zucchini is doing wonderful. My pumpkin is crawling upwards. The tomatoes are getting bigger. I got to stake them. Maybe tomorrow morning I'll do that. My peppers and my eggplant, well, I'm thinking of getting a smaller container. Those containers are probably too big for them. I have to go shopping this weekend one day. My celery is coming up nice. Here's my celery. It's starting to come up. The borage is coming up. My leek and the one over there is doing good. The carrots, I guess the seeds went to one side in that container. But I do have to thin them, so I don't know. If I can, I might move some, 2 or 3 to the other side. And then that one I have to thin. This one is the beets. Well, I guess the birds like the beet leaves. You can tell they've been all eaten up on. Oh well. I don't mind feeding the birds a little bit. I get the beetroot, and they get the leaves. And yeah, they'll take care of the bugs for me, right? I don't get any bugs. And there's the onion chives, and it looks like I've got cosmos growing in there. And then this one, the garlic chive, is starting to come up, but not much. There's that one, and that one, and that one. Well, there's one there too. But it's basically my dahlias, my dianthus, I mean. This one too, it has buds, it's going to bloom. And of course the pak choi can't take the heat, so it's a blooming. Because we've been getting rain a couple of nights, tonight will be, I think, night 3. I can't water my plants because it's too much water. They're drowning. There's my herbs. I'm still missing thyme. What else did I say last time? I don't know. Maybe it's just thyme. I don't know. And I have no idea what this is. This is a weed. But I figured since I upcycle the soil, you never know. I haven't done anything with it. Maybe I'll put something in there. Oh, another raindrop on my arm. Ooh, that looks like it might be a peppermint. Yeah, I haven't done these guys yet. I want to move them, that's why. And there's the milkweed. And the nasturtium, nasturtium, I have to weed it. And I don't know, the peas are flowering, but they're not very full and abundant. Maybe the seeds are too old. Anyways, there you go. Strawberries are coming up nice. I always bypass the strawberries. See there? And all you have to do is buy 2 plants. Buy 2 plants. Put one in the middle of that container and one in the middle of that container. Because you know what? This gives off runners. See these runners? Well, that's what this is. It's baby. Here too, it's a runner. It's a runner. There's another runner. These are all runners. And they do that running thing pretty quickly. So you buy one for in the middle there, one for in the middle there, and then when it gives off runners, you just poke them into the ground, makes another plant. Okay, I'm getting wet. I don't want the phone to get wet. All right, everybody. Take care. Hope you enjoyed this little quick update. And do what makes you happy, and everything else will fall into place. All right, have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye.